children. Do it early in the morning so that the population of Adelaide can clearly see where the sun does rise. Robert Walls for the bottle load. Real locals, real value. Wallsy, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Graham. It's good to be on the show, and I tell you what, all of those people over there are worried about me coming over and doing this and doing that. It won't happen, so don't get excited. It's not going to happen.
Well, hang on, Wolsey. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If it does happen, and it's a two-horse race, what will you do?
Well, I'm a man of my word, you know that.
Yes.
I'll come over if Port Adelaide win. I'll come over. You can organise it, KG. I'm happy to come over, be in the Rundle Mall, bear my backside, keep the kids well away when I do that, for God's sake. And if you want to get a few people to throw a few eggs at me, as long as they pay to do that for some charity, well, I'm happy to be part of that as well. And I tell you what, I'm getting a lot of advice. Michelangelo Rucci, he sent me a text message, and he says, make sure you wax the back, crack and sack. I've got no idea what he's talking about, but he says he has it done on a regular basis. Well, that scares me.
Now, Wolsey, you're in trouble as well, apart from the fact that they're going to honour that bet when Port Adelaide win, but we've been receiving a lot of calls here, very critical of your bias towards the Victorian sides and your lack of credit towards Port Adelaide. Now, I must say I didn't see it, I was working, but we've had so many calls here having a real crack at you, Wolsey.
Well, I tell you what, they might as well join the queue. I get emails every day from Collingwood supporters, Essendon supporters, Richmond supporters saying I'm biased against them. So if the Port Adelaide supporters think it, well, that's okay, because there's plenty who do. I call it as I see it. And I think Port Adelaide have done a terrific job this year with that young team. I've said the coach has done an exceptional job. Kane Corns, Chad Corns, the Burgoyne boys, I love my ruckman. You've got a couple of beauties over there. Roden's done everything that, well, who would have thought he'd do what he's done? What do they want me to do? To say everything that's positive. If there's something there that's not right, if I don't think it's right, like fancy Warren Treadrate bowing to the crowd.
Yeah, but Wolsey, that's
Chad Corns jumping up and down when he gets a Joe the Goose over the top.
Well, it's the Victorians making something out of bloody nothing.
Wolsey,
what are you talking about?
Wolsey, rubbish.
You've forgotten, haven't you? And the criticisms of those goals, the celebrations following those goals, have come from either people who have never played in a preliminary final or people who've forgotten what it's like at that stage. Well, you've obviously forgotten, because when you're playing a preliminary final, there's a time in that game where you know you're going to win, and you know the following week you're going to play in a grand final, and it is genuinely something you get excited about.
Warren Treadrate and Chad Corns, they suffer from the same complaint. Premature celebration.
Well, they didn't celebrate.
They're a week too early, for God's sake. It's a preliminary final. It's not a grand final.
They celebrated the preliminary final.
Give me a chance. If they did it in the grand final and they're 10 goals up, fantastic. But there's a bit of work to be done, boys, in case you don't know.
They know that, but what's wrong with celebrating a prelim final win?
Well, how come their coach didn't agree with it?
Well, he wasn't happy. He's thinking next week.
Well, there you go. Someone who should know, the senior coach, he wasn't happy with it.
You
see his reaction on TV.
Yeah, hang on.
Who did he go out and speak to at three-quarter time as soon as he got there? Went out to Chad Corns and gave him a message.
Were you similarly critical of Cam Mooney's celebration on Friday night?
Cam Mooney over the top. Cam Mooney's played in one grand final, never touched the leather.
Did I
play in one and win it before you start celebrating?
Did I hear you give any criticism of Michael O'Loughlin last year in Perth when he kicked that match-winning goal against the Eagles and went in front of the Eagles? I mean that is in your face, arrogance. Did I hear any criticism when James Hird kicked that goal in the minor round game and went and had a love fest with the Essendon cheer squad, hugged each other?
Minor round game. We're talking preliminary finals, and as I said, the boys suffer from premature celebration. And they've just got to wait another week. But look, it won't happen next week anyway.
Can't you remember what it's like to win a preliminary final?
Wolsey, why do you say that?
Because Geelong's the best team, have been all year. They've been on top of the ladder. They were 3 or 4 games clear of the next best, which was Port Adelaide.
That means...
Port Adelaide beat them.
That means for nothing.
Port Adelaide beat them by a kick, And who was missing?
Yeah, but Wolsey,
Selwood, Bartel, and Ling.
That is history. It is on the day, and different things, strange things happened in grand finals.
Where did they beat them, Robert?
They beat them down at Skilled.
Oh, so. Gee.
So what, Wolsey, write them off at your own peril, Robbie. I'm giving you the strong tip.
Look, of course.
Well, I'll tell you what, KG. I've had a big bet on the Cats, and I'm very confident.
Well,
did you have a big bet on the Kangaroos as well?
No, because I'm a realist. Hey, the Kangaroos are a mile from it. You should know that.
Well, I understand that, but we have a lot of people thinking that maybe your negativity towards Port Adelaide is reflecting through your hip pocket.
My negativity to Port Adelaide. Hey, Cornsey, some people, if you give 10 comments, if you give 9 that are positive and 1 that's negative, they still get upset. Some people want it all one way. And I tell you what,